humans. Humans attract humans. We attract each other. So as soon as there's a human being, your fellow humans will do what? What do your fellow humans do? Want to see it. Feel it. We want to see it. So that's why this picture will not be filled but just a half. Here's a very sharp picture. Yes, we can't really tell what is going on, but we can see the ballot box. Even though I went and voted, I didn't take a notice of the box that the coat of arms on it. So through you, I now know this. I didn't really notice. I only thought I was dropping into a plastic box, but I didn't notice the coat of arms. So this picture is very sharp through you. Through you too, we can take the easy on that they were not exercising social distance because the two officers obviously in charge are not in masses. Through this picture, you can also say easy. It's a lie. You were not strict on the protocol measures. Or through this picture here, this is a very, very strong photo. This is a strong photo. That the EC should pay you to hide. This is a strong photo. This is a strong photo that if by next week the rate of COVID-19 increases in Ghana, and then they said that people go like it was through the election, and the EC comes out to say, no, we observed, you said no, it's a lie. And if you got one, it means there are others. If you got one, it means there are what? This is a powerful photo. For that matter, whatever, all the other photos, right? There over there. 10 over 10. So this photo, you see what has happened? This photo has covered up for everything else. You see? What do I keep saying? That's what? So you see one photo, what one photo has done? This is a powerful photo. You see, if you had gone chopping them off, you can't prove anything. You see, first, the presiding officer, mask, 1 year old, guy, man, not at all. Woman, and that chin. Can they tell us they are observing? No. This is a powerful photo. Good. So this is counting what is blurred. But of course, you've gotten your 10 over 10 already. So sometimes there are certain photos that even though you took it, like you still need the caption to know. So what is this? This is the back of the ballot boxes. This is the back, right? Yes. But in such a case, it's not everybody who it's not everybody who takes such notice. It's not everybody who takes such notice. So such a picture is very accurate but very crooked. Do you see that it's crooked? What gives it away? The table. From the table you know that the whole picture is nothing. Yeah? So please, straighten, learn to straighten your things. So this one you will need a label. Right? Doesn't make it any less a powerful photo. Okay? So another action going on. Yeah, they're still counting. Look at the policeman, very tight. But why you use flash here, right? I'm setting that, so you use flash. Okay. I've told you, sometimes the documentation counts, you don't look at the beauty in it. Do you understand? Sometimes we need to show that there was a policeman there, and you tell us that because it was getting dark, because we were not told to be using flash, so and there was a policeman there. Do you get it? But you see it, yes, flash photo, but at least it's so good. Or try your last photo. Clap for her. How does it feel? So you are photo days. Next set of photos. Are you happy? Are you learning? Yes. Hmm? I'm glad to tell you that yesterday I had a meeting with Miss Rita and Miss is it Amy?
Amy, yeah.
And they said they saw your photos. Your photos at when did they submit the photos?
Nigeria.
I don't know, but
the email, the one that they sent to the email.
oh, okay. No, I mean photos that they have done.
We sent it to
To the email.
Oh, you did? You sent photos to the email?
Yes.
Very good. And the photos you sent, they thought the photos were so professional that they didn't know whether I sent it or you sent it. So do you understand what it means? And their photos, your photos are even far ahead of your counterparts who have been studying photography for 1 year now. So everything is the way you are at. Everything is the importance you have given to it. Because you people are here, your woman is pretty, should talk. So, please. So when you are taking some photos at home, people are like, oh, it's just far. The ones are way. Let me take. Is that you have air? Thank you. It's not. See, I'm not a ritual. Dedication and practice. So I can mimic everybody here. I'm telling you. You like this, your mother will say John. Right? She didn't say that. She said it. And see, so because you want to get that acknowledgement from me, it has pushed you. There is no way, look at this. There's nothing wrong with this photo here, is anything wrong? There is absolutely nothing wrong. What is different from this photo and what you see in graphic? Which photo is this? Please get up. No, you are on the floor. What is different about this photo you see here and what you will see in a graphic paper? There's no difference.
I think they don't read it. The last time I told you that this every day have a copy of graphic for times, any of the days.
Okay? So that as from tomorrow when you are coming, always bring the dailies. And let's see if your pictures, sometimes we'll take a picture from the dailies. And tomorrow we'll take picture from the dailies and critique. We'll take picture from the dailies and do what? And critique. Okay. So the only thing I'll tell you about this is that the headroom was too much. We have brought it down again so that at least we get the next box to a bit fuller. But this is a beautiful photo. It's to the point, isn't it?
Yes.
It's very easy to get simple photos when you come in with an objective. I'm shooting the action. I'm shooting the act. And the person doing it. It's part of the act. The act and the person doing it is the act. The thing being done and the doer makes up to again to become the act. Because without the person, there's no act. And without the object, there's no act. Clap for her. Beautiful. She has shown without too much that yes, there's a camera, that's how close other cameras were to the thing. How, yes, this police station, they are observing protocols. Yes, some no photographer will come and say, but the exposure was too much. You're shooting on auto. You see? So you see how quickly she's been caught. What did I ask you all to do? What did I ask you all to do? You see? So if you are shot on auto, you won't get overexposed. You will get the container looking transparent as it is. I told you not to go there and do manual chemistries because you don't have time to speed work and you are not a master of the art of lighting yet. You will miss things if she has stopped. If the thing has overexposed and she's trying to get it right, this action will be over. This action will be over by the time she the nature of the thing. There may not be light dynamism. Eh? But you got it. Eh? So you see, I didn't follow you, but you yourself confess that you didn't do what I said you should do. Eh? Again, when you know your craft, nobody can bypass you. Do you see it? Eh? So, at her point of view, this box is no more transparent, is it? So, a beautiful photo, but it's been marked down because you did not follow what? What was the instruction? Oh. Or you don't get instruction or I get instructions. So please, do you see? You see how things can happen? This photo will not be accepted because somebody has covered the main action. So either you could have moved to towards the other cameraman. You understand? Eh?
Yes.
Because we can't see what is going on. Eh? And again, we are still shooting on manual. Manual is what we are training you to shoot on. It is the best thing to shoot on. But when you are not yet ready for manual, you destroy great photos that would have made beautiful and factual stories or statements. Please, do you understand?
Yes.
Yes. Like that photo she brought of the people pouring down. Now that photo, do you know that photo, some illiterate, quote and unquote, or troublemaker can just take that photo and say, oh, it's not everywhere that the box was transparent. I am telling you that. I have photos. I have photos that is telling me some of the boxes were white. Just because one journalist did not follow instructions. See what happens? Are you with me? You see, that's why the laws of life govern us. Obey before command. And then, no, what I wanted to say is, what? The other one. What's the other one? This one I said is military. It says, to obey is better than to sacrifice. You are trying to show that you are mastering the light, but that is not what I asked. That was not the assignment. The assignment is to capture the story. And if you're shooting an automatic game, the lady's face will not be this black. You see? If you're shooting an automatic, there's enough light for the camera to calculate and give you the lady's face as well as giving you the ballot paper. But because you shot on manual, meanwhile, I told you because you have not mastered the act yet, you are not that swift. So you end up missing the story should you stop to calculate the right amount of lighting to enter your camera to capture your story. Now you are dealing with time here. So go and ask the camera to be your assistant, to be your helper. But you went and said, yo, I'm here, I've arrived, nigga, I know what I can do, and I will do it my way. And you did it your way, and you go, bad photos. You got good stories, good framing, terrible lighting.
Those that have even mastered during election campaign, you put it on auto. Because when you move to the next center, you forget yourself. Maybe the lighting at this place is different from that for you to be certain.
Even the football photos, do you know that when you come out first half, in the stadium especially, it's half moved. By the time you come back, the sun is setting. So one whole place is that dark. So when you are shooting people from this side, you have to be careful. Then you have to be swift enough to quickly change your aperture, the whole setting, your aperture, mostly the aperture, and then your ISO. Because me, I keep my speed, my shutter speed at a constant to freeze the action so that there's consistency in my freezing of action. So because there's been a shift or lighting has changed, you see that one part of the stadium is divided, it becomes dark. If you forget, you don't reduce your ISO before you pan the camera to the other side of the field, what happens? You get overexposed or you get underexposed. Because if you had set your lens, your camera for the brighter side, and you bring that same setting and you shoot where there's shade, it will be underexposed, black photos. If you have set your camera during the shady side and you go and shoot the unshady side, what happens? Overexposed photos. Do you understand? So please, like Auntie said to you, the pros, very daring pros, use manual. Very daring pros, use manual. In speed work. You see? No, I said very daring.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yes. So it's a beautiful story like this. But should there be a problem that this woman doesn't work for EC because we don't see her in EC jacket? Why is her face in this photo to justify that story?
Yeah.
You should always ask yourself questions. In such cases, you are lucky that the acts are repeated. Quickly look at your camera. It's not going well. Change to manual. Don't get to auto. Don't try to impress. You understand? Because when you're trying to impress, you're overly having to push yourself and you're overly have to go above what has been given to you. I haven't given you manual. I drilled you. Have you had a drill on exposure? No. So, beautiful photo, you can't see the face. See the same thing. The same thing is going to keep happening. Because this photo, before God and man, there is no other way you will get it right. It was a bad photo. But there's no other way you will get it right except for one thing. You will have to introduce a flash, not a proper flash. Because a proper flash, it pops. It doesn't spread. So it won't give you that uniform lighting. It will just maybe hit one of the circuits. Okay? Because you have to calculate exposure for the atmosphere behind them, right? And then your lighting, external lighting now has to lit up the subject's face. So you see, the shutter speed, because again, we are shooting on auto, so you have to calculate your shutter speed, because there's no way your ballot boxes should be blurred. Do you see it? Do you see that it's blurred? You see, but you know what? Amongst everybody, so far of the three that I'm seeing, you have the strongest stories, but because you didn't follow the simple instruction of what mode to shoot in, you couldn't capture the images as expected. The previous pictures look better than yours. Not because they shot better, but because they simply did a simple thing. They followed instruction. Paper. What is the speed of paper that this camera could not capture? That paper is blurred. What is the speed of paper being placed in or lifted out of a ballot box that you could not capture? Of what speed is the man using? What speed is being used? If you understand me, if you had used automatic will calculate and bring you your image. Do you understand? But you have used manual. You have told the camera, listen, I am going to think for you. You are going to do as I say. Oh yeah, the camera said, madam, let's say I should do as you say. This thing, you say I should shoot it slowly. So it is taking the flash. Do you understand? Are you capturing something at all? So, so for you, this is what will be going on in your day. Look at your angle. You went down to shoot this, right? You were not standing. You bent a little to shoot this. It shows beautiful. So we can even see what the man is writing. But do you know why this photo again is not good? Because you were using manual, you didn't get your lighting right. Your main subject was overexposed. Meanwhile, the photo is so sharp that I can see some of the writings. But I would have seen it, it would have been more readable had the lighting in your camera been reduced a bit. Please, do you understand? Please, do you get it? All boils down to following what? Yeah, too sure. Why is it Aneta? Huh? Nima, did you agree too sure? Hey, look at this man. Stretching his neck. Did you zoom in? I like, well, sometimes some of the photos you have to write what is going on. But if your shot is a bit wide, so that we like the man in focus, but what is the cue for? Please, you understand? So I like this, it's very entertaining. Yeah? So you have very powerful caption. Your framing is superb. Your concentration, you had your stories. There were no second guessing what stories you wanted to tell. But what failed you? What failed you? What failed you was your lack of obeying instruction. And I've told you, this is a technical field. And it's a technical field. Okay? It's a very technical field. So please, follow what? Please take your breaks now.
No, let's